What's up, dudes, dudettes? I'm Unorthodox Guitarist, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play guitar. Of course, the unorthodox way. So first, you're going to choose your weapon of choice. For me, that's the EC Deluxe 1000. This badass LTD guitar has made me many a riff. What I love about the EC Deluxe 1000 is the action, which refers to the space between the strings in the fretboard, is really low. Really low. Makes it really easy to slide on this bad Larry. This has active EMG pickups, which are these guys right here, which produce a nice quality crisp sound. And look at that gold and black color. You can't beat that. Look at this thing. This thing is amazing. So for this video, we'll be jamming on a Line 6 Spider 4 amp. This amp comes equipped with the basics that you need to really get going, such as drive, bass, mid, treble, and of course, channel volume. There are settings up here for the amp models. There's a clean channel, a crunch channel, a metal channel, and an insane channel. You can really modify each channel to the way that you like it. Are you guys ready to jam? Because I'm ready to jam. There's just one thing I need to tell you right before we get there, and that's I'm not going to be able to teach you guys how to play chords. I'm not going to be able to teach you guys how to play anything really by the book, and that's the basis of my channel. When I grew up, I learned how to play by ear. I took A, and then I took B, and put them together and got A, B. So I'm going to teach you guys more how to play that style with some cool, helpful techniques that will help you along the way. Bear with me. That was crazy, right? That was actually a really fun and easy riff to play, and I'm going to teach you guys how to play that exact same riff. My friend and I wrote this riff when we were teenagers and we were starting off getting into the swing of things, and magic just kind of boom happens, right? So I'm going to teach you guys step by step how to play that riff, and then hopefully you can take those principles so that way you can apply them to make your own fun and creative riffs. Let's do it. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do is make sure your guitar's in tune. This riff specifically was recorded in standard tuning, which means the guitar strings were tuned to E, A, D, G, B, E. And if you don't have a guitar tuner, guys, don't worry about it. Head on over to the App Store, download this free guitar tuner. It's called Guitar Tuna, and it's pretty accurate. It's helped me out in on-the-go situations when I just need to get my guitar in tune. It's going to direct you to either tune up or to either tune down whenever you strum a string. Just follow that guide. It's pretty easy to use, and that'll make sure that you guys are in tune. Now, just because I can't read chords and play chords and all that jazz, guys, does not mean that I can't teach you how to read a tab. Because what we're essentially going to do is I'm going to give you numbers to make it easier for you to follow along. So you don't have to just replicate what you see in the video, but instead you could say, oh, he said go 3, he said go 2. And I'm going to teach you what that is, okay? So this is the fretboard. This is a 24 fret guitar. It goes all the way up to 24 here. It starts at 1. So bear with me. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 24. Now an easier way to remember where the fret is the guitar, and most guitars have these designs on them. See these white little designs? They're designed there to make it easier for you to read and to automatically know where 3 is, where 5 is, where 7 is. And they're only spaced out by 2 until you get all the way up to 12. Ready? So it goes 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, and then it jumps to 15, and then from there it goes up by 2 again, each one, until you get to 24. So this is really important because when I'm playing, I'm going to be able to tell you, hey, on the low E string, because we're in standard tuning, this is low E, you're going to put your finger on 3. You're going to put your finger on 2. Or maybe you're going to put your finger on 5. Now that example doesn't serve exactly for this riff. Those numbers do not correlate to this riff really, but I just wanted you guys to get the hang of it so that way when I do tell you to put your finger on a certain fret, you know kind of how to do that, where the frets are, how frets work. Alright, so bear with me and we'll get you rocking. Regular strumming, palm mute, who needs them, right? We all do. We all need them, and I'm going to show you the difference between them. Ready? When I openly strum a string, it sounds like this. Now, when I palm mute a string, that means I'm taking the palm of my hand and I'm resting it on the string while I strum it. It's going to give you a more blunt, short sound, and it sounds like this. And it's those palm mutes that we really need in order to play that riff that I played. So I'm going to show you a little example of how the palm mute is incorporated into that riff. Hear it? That's the palm mute, that really gives the beef in our riff. It really works well to fill in between riffs. It gives that background noise. It keeps the rhythm of the song. I really recommend you get the palm mute down before you move forward in this video. Hammer-ons. One of the things I love about guitaring and making riffs is throwing in a hammer-on. Actually, multiple hammer-ons. What is a hammer-on? That's a good question. A hammer-on is when you strum a note once and then you don't strum again and you play another note. So essentially it's doing 2 in 1. So instead of strumming twice, for example, 3-5, right? I'm just going to strum once, but still put my finger down on 5 during that strum. See, it sounds a little more clean and it sounds a little more efficient instead of... Which, don't get me wrong, sometimes you'll want to strum twice depending on the kind of riff that you want to play. But once you learn the hammer-on, I would definitely start off simple. Just do it with 2 notes because we're going to use it in the riff that I'm teaching you. In this case, it's actually kind of considered to be like a 3-note hammer-on because we're going to go 2, 3, open. That open still is a note, which if you ever see a 0 on a guitar tab, that means open. So it would be an open is just your fingers aren't anywhere. So for this hammer-on, we're going to go 2, 3 on the A string, which is the second one down. 2, 3, open. So practice that, get familiar with that, guys. And then once you learn how to do hammer-ons, you can pretty much do them anywhere. They can be really cool and fun to play with, especially with the palm mute that I taught you. You can make riffs like... Those were just palm mutes and hammer-ons right there, guys. Play around with it. Alright guys, if you made it this far, congratulations, because we're about to learn the riff. I'm going to teach you the whole thing, and I want you to go through it step by step. If you do not get it down the first couple times, please don't feel discouraged. Practice does not make perfect, it makes better though. And just keep rewatching the video if you need to. I'm going to try to do it pretty slowly, and then I'm going to play it full speed for you guys. But I want you to follow me here, okay? So we're going to use the palm mutes, those are very important in this riff. We're going to use the hammer-ons, those are very important in this riff. And I'm going to slowly show you how to do that. So first we're going to start off with 2 palm mutes. Right? Now we're going to hit 2 on the second string. And then we're going to mute 1 time in between that, right after we hit 2. So. And then we're going to throw in our hammer. 2, 3, open. Right? For our next part, we're going to go up to 5 on the second string still. Mute. 3. Mute. 2. Mute. 3-7 hammer-on. It's a stretch, but you got to keep practicing it. So essentially it's going to go... You could throw the double mute in there before the hammer-on. I think it sounds better. So. Right? When you do it quicker, it sounds more composed. After that, you're going to repeat that. You're going to go the 2 mutes, you're going to repeat the hammer-on, and then you're going to come down to the 3rd string. So ready? 5, mute, 3, mute, 2, and then you're going to hit 2 on the 3rd string, 3 on the 2nd string, and just strum them together. So far, this is what we have. I'm sorry. Keep practicing that until you get it down. Once you get it down, it's pretty much all uphill from here. So after that part, we're going to go to the low E string after we repeat it one more time. And that's going to give us our closing. So our closing sounds like this. So there's a hammer-on at the end there. So it's palm mutes mixed with the notes. 7, 5, 3, 5. Seven, 5, 3, back to 5, to 2, 2 again, hammer on 3, 0. Alright, so you put it all together like this. And the slide, all you have to do is hold your fingers on the strings and strum. Makes it sound better at the beginning. Ready? Alright? So that's all you really need to do. I'll go over more with you guys. If you have any questions, just keep watching the video, keep rewinding if you need to. That's usually what I do if somebody, has a riff that I thought was really cool that I want to learn. It's just the hammer-ons and the mutes that you should really get down, and if there's anything that you could take away from this video, I hope it would be inspiration to at least want to learn how to play, or at least continuing to watch the video to try and get this riff down, because it's a cool starter riff, and once you can do this, you're able to apply the tools, the knowledge that I've taught you to building your own other riffs. I love to freestyle riffs all the time, so I'll put a little segment in here right after this of me just kind of freestyling riffs using those principles. Thanks, guys.